Hey YouTube, it is mid-August 2017. This is my cold steel knife collection. So let's get started. First one up is the Code 4. This is Oz 8 steel, clip point, hollow ground, partially serrated, aluminum handle scales, the triad lock. This is a great knife. Carry this occasionally. I don't carry the cold steels very much, but this is probably the second most carried of my cold steels. Next up is the Lawman. This is CTS XHP G10. Drop point and hollow ground. $65 knife, $100 knife. This is a cool knife. You got some good choke up on it. Again, the triad lock, which is strong as hell. Pocket clip. This is tip up, left or right. They send two separate pocket clips. It's set up for right hand, but they send you a left hand too with it, which is pretty cool. That's a great knife. DLC coated blade. Next up is the ProLite. This is 4116 stainless steel GFN handle. This is a Tano point with hollow ground, $30 knife. This is a great knife. Again with the triad lock, which is, I mean, these things are locked in tight. Dual thumb studs, which I like. They all do. I'm not flipping them because I have a little wound there on my, right on my end of my thumb, so that's why I'm opening them so daintily. Next up is the Espada Medium, I believe. This is CTS XHP and G10, kind of a trailing point, flat ground, $110 knife, very tactical. This blade shape really locks your hand in, at least it does for me. This is a tactical knife. I almost never carry it, but if that's what you're into, this would be a good choice. You're not going to slide up on onto the blade with that handle shape there. Again, triad lock. This one's got kind of a stonewash blade to it on it too. Did the ProLite? I believe the ProLite might have too. Yeah, the ProLite had it too, which is nice. Next up is the Steve Austin Broken Skull. This is a great knife. CTS XHP G10, clip point, hollow ground, $85 knife. Very lightweight. This is a great summer carry. Not many knives are this light and have a 4-inch blade on them. You know, the branding's a little, you know, it's cold steel. What do you expect? But they still make some great knives. And this is one of them. This is probably the most carried cold steel that I have. Love it. Next up is the Recon 1 CTS XHP G10 spear point, partially serrated. What is that? Hollow ground. This $100 knife. Again, another tactical knife. The handle designs on these are just phenomenal. I mean, you are locked in tight. I mean, I would feel comfortable stabbing a barrel with this thing. It would be fine. But again, I don't carry tactical knives that much, so I don't carry this one much. Next up is the Recon 1 XL. This is a beast. CTS XHP G10 Tano blade, hollow ground. This I carry in my car. I don't really, this is like a zombie killer. But again, you're locked in tight right behind that handle, and it's got great ergonomics. Triad lock, it's a beast. So don't ever try to carjack me. Next up, the Tough Light. This is Oz 8. It's got a polymer handle. Tip down only, or yeah, tip down only. right hand carry. Great little box opener, kind of utility blade. The ergonomics on the handle are great. Don't carry it much just because of the pocket clip being tip down only. This would be good like in a little tool bag or your toolbox. And it being Oz 8, it won't hold an edge too long. I think Cold Steel does a pretty good heat treat on these, so the Oz 8 actually holds up fairly well. But again, this is a $30 knife. This was $140. This is $100. Next up is the Counterpoint 2 440C steel polymer handle, kind of a spear point and flat grind, $60 knife. Again, just a little tactical knife. Triad lock again. It's got some weight reduction in there. It's a cool little spear point, man. Pretty stabby. That's it for the folders. Now this crazy fixed blade. This is the Chaos SK5. It's a carbon steel dagger, spear point, flat ground, or dagger, flat ground, $60. $60, $60, $30, $60, $60. It's got the the guard on it. It's kind of a trench knife setup. I think Nut and Fancy has a fail review on this. He was in the desert beating rocks with it, and the blade actually broke. But that's kind of out of this usage. This thing is I guess a fighting knife. It's got a skull crusher on this end, and that blade is just freaking crazy. That's got to be 8 inches or more. Dagger. It's actually fairly sharp. Factory edge on it. Actually in a fairly decent sheath. I believe it's ABS plastic, but it locks in pretty good. And then, decent sheath. Never carry it. This is just a novelty kind of knife. But that's Cold Steel. See you next time. It'll be. I'm not sure. All right. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe.